What's going on, Criminal Gang? It is I, Joseph Traylor, lead engineer and head chef over at the Criminal Institute of Technology. I am joined today, once again, by a longtime guest of the stream, and I don't know what his official title is with Scythe of June. However, Mr. Dan Reiner, how are you doing, sir?
Good. I'm pumped.
Awesome.
The EP is finally done.
The EP, well, depends on how you define done. It depends on what the definition of is. But I would say it is working, and that's just about all that matters. So, you know, we didn't discuss a format. Would do you, I don't know, do you have anything that you wanted to discuss about the process, or do you just want to barrel through and just go ahead and debut it? Or
what do you think about this? What if we play the songs, and we can commentate on them and talk about the whole process, whatever we want about the song, or we can do the talking after the song.
Yeah, I would lean more towards playing, or we could do it in halves, because like for my my 3 songs, they're almost conceptual, and it's not a concept EP, but not that I couldn't also talk about each one individually either. How long is this screen up for? Well, Mr. Carson Kill Wages, you should know well and good that the standby screen stands by until 7:30. It's this neat little trick I do where I make the video live and then I share it onto my Facebook so that other people can actually see that we are indeed live. So,
you got the song title wrong.
I do.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
It's Pieces of My Last Day.
My Last Day. Well, you know what? Yeah, that's what you get when you're trying to type and talk at the same time.
Dude, nice work on the album cover. That black hole thing came out well.
I thought so too. Yeah, I did just a few little touch-ups while we were waiting. Ooh, I want that to be center justified. That looks stupid.
Looks like someone cut an orange in half and then poured like pin ink in it.
Uh-huh. Come on now. If this thing does not start cooperating.
Looks like a progressive metal album cover. Like some technical progressive metal.
Yeah, I may have done just a little too much self-insertion into the album cover, but I mean,
looks baller though.
Well, I'm certainly proud of it. Text file. Okay, I don't see a way to make this center justified, so I'm not gonna worry about it much more. So yeah, you wanna just go ahead and listen to the Scythe of June half?
Yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are ready for an interactive black metal experience. Probably the first and only time you'll ever hear those words in that in that phrase in that way.
so broken past my gaze, it fell on the now
This
so
song has like a
mad.
Brooklyn Massacre vibe to it.
Staring out at the hills over the lake, the rain soakscape, it burned into my eyes.
Oh well. I'll say it afterwards.
Like a cavern of my fears, watching every broken memory fall off over the cliff, falling into nothing like the value of my suffering. These emotions, they keep crushing my ego. Where's your offering? What do you see when you look in the abyss? A broken, homesick child drowning in his piss, giving up all hope, giving up on life. Why do I try? Why do you try? There's no need to cry when you're born to die. Every worm in the dirt, every bird in the sky. We were born to die, there's no need to try. Buried under hides, being hated alive.
Yeah, let's talk about each of our songs afterwards. Dude, I was like, this is like weird listening to the album like this because like I can't hear it for your side, so I'm having to hear it through the stream. But then like I'll sing along to the stream and look back at the stream and realize it's delayed, so I'm singing a part that's not even playing. But dude, I'm surprised by how well that mix came out. Yeah. Yeah, I cleaned it up pretty well, especially with the vocals and the breakdown. The breakdown, I took out a lot of low end, put in a lot more high end, and you can really hear more stuff in it. And then with the vocals, it was pretty cool because I triple tracked them and then put a delay on tracks 2 and 3 and then pan them to left and right and lower the volume. And that also kind of boosted the vocals a little bit. So I didn't have to like peak it to turn it up.
Right.
So that ended up being pretty cool. But yeah, that song and the next song aren't really like black metal, but they got black metal elements in them, but they're more like dark wave. And that was the initial Scythe of June sound. Like that song in particular kind of has like a birthday massacre vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
I
was gonna say, I could claim that maybe Celestial Grimace influenced Scythe of June, but that would be pretentious of me. No. But yeah, no, cool. So, with that, why don't you preface the fine folks at home on our next song while I sit here and change the title, because I said I was gonna do that live.
So the next song is One of Us, and
One of us.
One of us. One of us. But the guitarist and clean vocalist, he wrote that guitar riff and wanted to make a song about Ted Bundy because like literally the day before that, the night before, we watched that Ted Bundy movie with Zac Efron. So he's like, oh shit, you know what? A song about Ted Bundy would be cool. He's like, I'm not big into serial killers, but he's a really
good to know, just by the way.
Yeah. He's just like a really interesting serial killer. Like he made so many mistakes and was full of himself, but simultaneously he was really smart.
Yeah.
So yeah, One of Us is about Ted Bundy.
And with that,
let's just go to the indictment, all right? Why don't you read it? You're on God for a second, aren't you? Mr. Bundy got it, didn't you? Mr. Bundy, you told me you were going to get me. You said you was going to get me, okay? You got me, like, it's all you're going to get. Let's read it. Let's go. Theodore Robert Bundy, you were charged, indictment, 2 counts burglary, 2 counts murder in the first degree, 3 counts attempted murder in the first degree. Design or intent to effect the death of Stephanie Louise. My chance to talk to the press. Contrary to section 780-204 Florida statute. I'll plead not guilty right now. say that to you sincerely. It's a tragedy for this world to see. It's such a total waste. I think of humanity that I'm experiencing. You're a bright young man. You may be a lawyer. I'd love to have you practice. You might have another way for it.
Okay, I had to grab a
Alright.
beer.
Understandable to go with that Taco Bell order. Right on time. Man, I'm jealous. So yeah.
Oh, I
That
just
was-
squirted. I just squirted sour cream all over my desk. I squeezed the wrapper.
Yeah. I mean, you could have just avoided that by not getting sour cream to begin with, but
Oh, my
I'm
dad
just-
ordered it though.
I'm just a hater, you know. So yeah, man. And first of all, also let me shout out to the viewers. Oh, Lauren said very Marilyn Manson. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Yeah, I definitely dig those like old school Manson kind of vibes. Which, I mean, not to say that they're a primary influence, but I think.
Oh, that's exactly what the vocals are based off of.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. Let me just go ahead and shout out to everyone who's watching the stream tonight. So y'all the real MVPs. So, yes, sir. Did you have any more insight that you wanted to put in on one of us before we moved on to the next one?
Yeah, that song was a bitch to mix. I hated that. That was the last one I did.
Oh, yeah.
And because it's like
That's oh, okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
no, that's not the one with
Is
the
that-
glitch.
Is that
No.
not it? I thought that was it. Oh well.
That one was a pain to mix because a lot, like some of it is kind of shit, like especially my screams.
Uh-huh.
And I even tried re-recording the screams the other night,
Yeah.
but the way my screams sound now, like it just didn't flow with the song.
Right.
So the only thing I could resort to was kind of making like an industrial distortion on the screams,
Yeah.
because that's sort of the vibe of the song, sort of industrial.
Yeah. And I think that's I mean, I think it worked. I mean, if we're critiquing, yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
that. I don't know
Yeah,
what
I'm
you
not.
Really
I'm not
could've done.
100% satisfied with it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else I could do because I
Right.
couldn't re-record stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause that stuff's old.
I was gonna say, and that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Is like I'm not sure what you could have done in post necessarily, but even then, it's like you said, you tried re-recording them too.
And then I had trouble with the drums because some of the drums are actually just samples someone else made, and for some reason, parts of the drum samples are different volumes.
Huh.
And I mean, I don't know if you could tell that, but that like got to me whenever I would try mixing it.
Yeah.
Because it's like even if I did like normalize it, anything, it would still be off and sound super weird.
Right.
So I had to keep the drum samples how they are.
So
yeah, we move on to the next song.
Absolutely.
The next song is black metal.
There you go.
The little note saying here,
play it.
Please pay us 44 million kroners. That is like 4.4 million US dollars. If within 14 days, if you have already paid this check, please let us know. That's kind of funny. I get one every year. Check, please let us know. That's kind of funny. I get one every year. If you have already paid, let us know.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that one's my favorite.
So now, what are those samples that are in the? Or I guess they're not samples, but the background.
Like the talking.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah. So you know who Mayhem is?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's Varg, the bassist that killed the guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
And we have it in there because we were using it as a placeholder.
Right.
And because like we wanted some other sample and we didn't know what we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So we were just gonna keep it there temporarily and just until we found a sample we wanted.
Right.
And we chose that sample to use as a placeholder because it's like just some stereotypical black metal thing. Like, oh yeah, Varg Mayhem, yeah.
Yeah.
But then like it just fit the song so well, so we kept it.
And you know, there's nothing wrong with a little homage to the progenitors.
Yeah, that's how people know we're black metal if they recognize Varg.
Which obviously I did not pass the test because I had to ask you who that was, and
oh yeah, dude, you're not evil enough.
You know, you got me. So yeah. So is there a? So I guess like overall on your half of the split EP, what is there anything like you think kind of ties everything together, or because that's like how I approached my half.
Yeah.
Was that I kind of saw an opportunity, kind of almost produce like a 3-act structure to mine, and not necessarily that it's just set out to it, but it was just like it just kind of fell into my lap like that.
Yeah, on our end, I mean, we had One of Us and Piece of My Last Days. We had demos of those completed, and you know, it had like they got electronic elements in it. So you know, that's the whole reason we talked to you about the split EP idea.
Right.
You're electronic, but you sound metal.
Right.
We're metal, but we have electronic. But yeah,
chocolate in my peanut butter. He got peanut butter in my chocolate.
All right, you flatfoots. Who took my candy bar? But yeah, I mean, like, those 3 songs don't really have anything to do with each other, you know?
Yeah.
Like, 2 of them we already had. Oh, Michael's responding now. And but the last song, Trespassers, we had a different song in mind called The Red Ring, and we just could not finish it. We got up to the chorus, the first chorus, and that's it.
Right.
Like we hit a complete dead end with it. So we were like, let's just hold off on it and let's just make another song. So we were like, you know what? Our roots are black metal, so let's just make a black metal song. Throw that in there so people recognize we're black metal. So yeah.
And you know, if we're just kind of talking future endeavors, I would say, you know, because I definitely feel like what we're probably going to do with Celestial Grimace is just focus more on, you know, I mean, yeah, we've got this EP here, but I think, which is 3 songs, but I think we're probably going to look more into just releasing, I don't want to say singles per se, not in the traditional sense of, you know, hey, this is a new single and, you know, it's got, you know, all the frills and flares of that, but just you know, releasing music as we make it and just like keeping the train moving rather than like sitting on. I mean, gosh, you know, I've probably got like 30 tracks, you know, that I've put the Celestial Grimace name behind that that are just sitting in my computer.
Yeah, dude, that's the other thing. Like, you're one guy for the most part. Like, you've had me and that other drummer. Like, I don't even know if he's still in the band or not.
I've not talked to him lately, or at all. Pretty much not since the Not since the outbreak yet.
Yeah, but yeah, like in your case, for the most part, you're one guy, so you can work on your music whenever you want and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean for sure. There's gives and takes, right? Because at the same time, it's like I've come to enjoy like for lack of a better word, like the biodiversity that comes with having a band and like having that outside opinion.
Yeah, and it's great to have another person's like touch. Like if Scythe of June was just me,
Yeah.
it would not sound like what it sounds like.
Right. Right. And too, I mean, like, there's also other things, once you think about like the back end, like, promotion and social media
Yeah.
and stuff like that, that also comes with it. That I think that's where I get my biggest hang ups is just like all the things that have to go with like actually making this a thing. But you know what? We didn't come here to talk about my struggles. We came here to listen to some music. Isn't that right, chat room? They all
Hey,
agree.
Mike's gonna get on. Do you want to wait for him until we start your half of the EP?
Yeah, we can do that. If he's gonna be on relatively quick.
Yeah.
Ish. That is no problemo.
He's like he's debating whether or not to get in his costume. It's like I understand, like, like our identities were supposed to be hidden, and his is, but it's like for me, like when I'm on your stream, I don't care.
Sure.
Because it's like not that many people are, watching it, so it's like.
But you got to think about the future generations who are going
But
to
see, yeah, see that would be cool. Like if I did get big, like Scythe of June or something, we got a big following. One of these 3 or 2 people watching, one of them could be like, "Shit, I know what this dude looks like."
It's a lot like the early days of Slipknot.
Yeah.
Like, seems like forever they were just like, nobody knows what they look like. Except for
And the reason behind that's interesting. They no, I'm confusing them with Mushroom Head. Mushroom Head wore masks because they were already in bands in their town. They didn't want their other bandmates finding out who they were. So when they made Mushroom Head, they wore masks so that their other bands wouldn't find out. But in Michael's case, his costume is much easier to wear and put on.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's like an actual like mask and like platform boots and stuff.
Well, and I was gonna say, Mike doesn't have to turn his cam on.
Yeah, I told him that.
Yeah, he can join in with just whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's why I don't wear the costume on your stream, because it's like the time and effort that goes into putting it on is just not worth it.
Right. And that's kind of like one of the things I've been debating too with Celestial Grimace is like, okay, should I get into something like for live gigs that's more performative and stuff like that? And I think like if I did that, my rationalization would be like, that would be a character that like exists when I'm not around, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's like because I mean, like I've already put the time and effort of, as you heard in my intro, lead chef or head chef and lead engineer. Dan, how did you do that?
Oh, I'm in my old room. This room is where Trespassers was originally recorded. Wow. A little bit of wiki band knowledge for the future fans.
That's right.
That are here.
Oh man, the fact or fiction from Wikipedia. That's such a great segment. I think it's is it Loudwire that does that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you know you've made it. Is when they're just like blatant conspiracies and lies, just straight up made up by people who don't even know you.
That's what I need to do. I need to make a Scythe of June Wikipedia page and just put bullshit on there. I had one idea to make it to start a rumor myself and make it sound like it's some mysterious supergroup.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Babushka?
Not the band, but I'm familiar with Babushka.
I forget if it's Babushka or Batushka. One means grandmother, one means priest. But whatever their band name is.
Yes, our name is Grandmother. Oh, that's metal, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A Russian grandmother, yeah. You could blimp, bro.
I'm just saying, Russian grandmothers are nothing to trifle with.
But yeah. So whatever that band's name is, their identities are hidden, and they're all from well-known black metal bands.
Yeah.
No one knows who they are, though. Well, I think people know who the singer is, but yeah.
Right.
I thought about starting a rumor like that. Oh, Scythe of June might be so-and-so.
Well, you know, as it currently stands, I think half of the Celestial Grimace fandom, population, whatever you want to call them, the Griminal Gang. No, the Griminal Network, excuse me. I lovingly call them the Griminal Gang, but it is officially the Griminal
The Smooth Criminals.
Smooth Criminals, yeah. That was, floated that one as a possible 7th song cover.
Dude, earlier when you said Griminal Institute of Technology, I immediately thought of like some college for prisoners.
That's right. Oh man. Yeah, no, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, speaking of covers.
Yes.
We were hoping to do a cover for this EP together.
Yeah, yes, we were. We just couldn't. Well, it was a mix of time and the fact that we all got behind on the in just the base product.
Very behind.
Yeah.
Like there were days when I had time to work on the music, but I just didn't feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah, Lauren said you can start your rumor mill that Scythe of June is actually the Henson brothers.
I mean, that wouldn't make sense because my music's good.
Shots fired. Oh yeah. But the so when I put that music video that I did for Amethyst,
yeah,
and actually put a little money behind it, the caption that I put on it was and you're familiar with the meme about I forced a bot to watch like 1,000 hours of Seinfeld and it made this script whatever, and of course all of it's made up anyways, but that's what I said. It's like I forced a bot to listen to 1,000 hours of metal and this is the song that it came up with. Cue video. And I think there's a lot of people that legitimately think that that the song Amethyst was algorithmically generated.
It's possible. There's actually AI created music.
Oh yeah. Now at the same time, I've debated whether or not I should just run with it.
I actually have some songs in the works that were made by AI.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's this website called Iva. It's like AIVA. And it's an AI, and you choose a genre, tempo, instruments, and stuff. And it actually creates a song.
Yeah.
So like I'll download the MIDI files for those, and then like rearrange them and replace the instruments.
Huh.
Some of it comes out actually very good.
the song that has kind of fallen to the wayside, Tyrion, what lyrically was mostly AI generated.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that.
yeah. I found a bunch of lines and took. Ah, there we go. Connecting to audio. Is it connecting to video?
Derek. My blood, brother. Blood for the blood god.
Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of like found a bunch of different lines to work with, and
You look like an executioner.
and Mr. Josh Benton, it is good to see you today, Mr. Derek the Executioner Man. We just got through listening to the Scythe of June portion of the EP, and while Dan is recovering, is there anything you would like to say about the creative process of the overall 3-song compilation?
Oh man, dude, he hasn't even heard the final mixes.
Oh, he hasn't?
No, I haven't.
We should have started with your songs first.
Well, if we knew this was go the format, man, we're already.
He can just watch the stream afterwards
Yeah.
if he wants to listen to them now.
I can say first of all, like, there's been obviously a big change between the stuff that we made when we first started playing and the stuff that we've been putting out now.
Mm-hmm.
So, even though there's times where, we could have been better about being productive, but I think we definitely came a long way in terms of overall sound. And
oh yeah, I would agree with that 100%.
Oh, shit.
I like your setup, by the way.
Whose, mine or Dan's? Cause
Yours.
Oh.
Yours looks very fitting. This is what I would expect from a conference call. Not whatever the fuck you're seeing on my end.
Right. Well, let's be real. The Celestial Grimace live stream has never been the most professional, but we try a little bit.
Yeah, you look like a YouTuber now.
That's right. There's a.
So what does my screen look like to you guys?
It's just your face.
Yeah, but it's like just a sliver, because the rest of ours is in the landscape.
There we go.
Cool. You're a square now, but
Is that any better?
it is better.
Just realized I got my Scythe of June mask in the background. I don't know how well it actually shows up on stream though.
I mean, I can tell it from my little thumbnail.
Yeah.
So, of course, I don't know how many people are watching this in full HD, but whatever.
So, what other questions did you have pertaining to our Scythe of June stuff, or comments,
Yeah.
curiosity?
Yeah, so the format that we went through, we had played the songs individually, and then Dan went in and discussed kind of the process of mixing, recording, meanings behind songs and such. So we kind of did the deep dive as we went through, and so I kind of thought we'd wrap up with your overall feelings of the songs, and and feel free to discuss your thoughts on each individual track.
Yeah. Oh, dude, especially one of us, because so like usually like it's like Mike will do like record a guitar riff first or something, and then like most of the time everything else is typically me instrument wise, but one of us, majority of that song was made by him. So you could touch up on that if you want to.
Well, that whole entire thing was inspired by those documentaries that we watched. And after we saw that, just everything that came out of that was all a result of what I saw there. So the mood, the feel, the sounds that I used, stuff like that, right down to the using actual clips from the indictment, using false electrocution sounds at the end, using the clip of his sentencing in there. Like, that was the whole vibe of that song, was that whole situation and like how fucked up all of that is.
Mm-hmm.
Like what gave you the idea for like that guitar riff and like the industrial vibe to the song?
Well, I had seen this movie called, I think it was called Nightcrawler. If you've seen that, it's got Jake Gyllenhaal or whatever as the guy.
Mm-hmm.
If you've seen that, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it, but I hadn't watched it myself personally.
I got you. Yeah, you'd have to watch it personally to get it. But that explains a lot.
Okay. Well, cool.
All right, you guys ready for the Celestial Grimace half?
Absolutely. If y'all are ready.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So,
I'm ready. Promotion.
So yeah, just as a little bit of a preface, the first song is called Envoy, and in the 3-act structure, Envoy basically describes the sort of the first contact and that, or the general idea of first contact with extraterrestrial species, and what ominous message they may bring.
Oh, FYI, Derek, you're not going to be able to hear it that well through his microphone.
It's quite possible. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like riding 3 or 4 faders as we go through all this, so.
Yeah, I'm listening to it on the stream.
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Devastation.
crank my mic back on. So that was Envoy, with the last lyrics being some things can't be unseen, so vile, so serene. Two worlds now maligned, we have run out of time. And eventually I'm gonna get all those lyrics and stuff put out there. So, there's a little bit of housekeeping. Miss Gaynell, thank you for jumping in. I don't know if you're still hanging around. I doubt that. But thank you for watching. Mr. Juan Reyes, thank you for jumping in and checking us out. And Miss Jacinta, wonderful to have you again this week. This feed.
See ya, people.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. It's sick.
And unfortunately, Derek's hole has disappeared from us. So, if I may just ever so quickly, hey, it's back. So, when I had first ran that music, or I guess lyric video, whatever you want to call it, of me rapping along to Tyrion, I remember we had a gentleman who had contacted the Celestial Grimace page because he was inspired by the lyrics of Tyrion, and I just want to go ahead and give him a quick shout out because he sent like a few lines of lyrics, said that we were free to use them, and even though it's only been 10 months since I got that, I still felt that like it would be it would be a nice gesture to still try to fit them in, and I think they worked out just fine for the next song, Overlord. And so, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apologize for butchering the name. I believe it's Mr. Pegis Stewart, or Pagis. I'll let him correct me on that in post. But yeah, so the next song is Overlord, which is basically about the alien invasion. And that's not much more I gotta say about that. And yes, I was trying to adjust the volume. We're pretty much cranked all the way up over here on my end.
That's pretty cool that someone messaged you. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Let's see. This would have been, back in October.
So you've had lyrics from last year?
Yeah, more or less.
That's pretty cool. Just imagine, like, if you got big,
mm-hmm.
some dude can be like, "Yo, I wrote part of that song."
Oh yeah. And I don't know. I may see if I can't get him like 5% of the royalties, which I mean, it's gonna be pennies, but a nice gesture nonetheless. So.
Or just imagine like finding your name in an album booklet, credited for lyrics.
Yeah.
Like that'd be so cool.
Oh, for sure. And I even sent him a message like when I had all the lyrics put in. I was like, hey, here's your lyrics in with the rest of them. Sorry to just now getting back to you. And but yeah, he just said, yeah, oh wow, so sick, didn't expect it. So hopefully there will be more opportunities in the future to surprise our fans like that. Or excuse me, the Criminal Network, because they're not fans, they are a part of a greater thing. So, without further ado, let us play Overlord. threw up those lights that flashed across the desert night, spun us with a web of lies. There's nothing left to hide in a bunker miles deep. Ancient beacons once asleep, waking as their signal creeps. What they've sown, they know will reap. The fabric of society is rapidly unraveling. The heavens ripped asunder, wormholes erupt with thunder. Our judgment day is here. These overlords are jury. Now comes our execution. Rain down with righteous fury. Nobody was prepared. No one was listening. Now we come face to face with the end of our human race. Nobody was prepared. No one was listening. Now we come face to face with the end of our human race. The gravity of this calamity is at the height of insanity. Producing masculinity, brutality becomes normality. They say that we are the virus. Contagion, eradication. They say we are the virus. Contagion, eradication. Nobody was prepared. No one was listening. And now we come first to face with the end of our human race. Nobody was prepared. No one was listening. And now we come first to face with the end of our human race. So, there you are, Overlord. I would say that I'm still not super satisfied with that chorus part.
It's like a little rough.
In terms of the mixing, for sure. It's like because I feel like the pattern of it is fine, but it's just I could not get it to just record right.
Yeah, dude, I love the synths though. Like the stabs.
Mm-hmm.
They are so cool. Dun, 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 dun.
And that was the first one. So that one I actually recorded, or I guess put together with Casey when we were starting to write some stuff together. And so he started with like that bass line, and then we kind of collabed on it. But yeah, a lot of those were actual Logic instruments and stuff like that, so there's a lot better quality synths that in addition to the normal ones that you would get with GarageBand. So I think overall it set the foundation for a better song.
Yeah, definitely.
But
both those songs are really good.
I appreciate that.
You got like a harder, heavier sound now compared to older Celestial Grimace.
Oh, for sure. Well, and I think part of the secret, and it's something I started doing when I wrote Envoy like a year and a half ago, was actually like taking those, like that pseudo guitar synth, and then running it through like a 6505 plug-in, and like an amp cab, and like I can't quite get like that genty, like single note sound that I would love to do, but the chord sound is nice and heavy. So there's some give and take with the creative process.
Yeah.
So right, so we have Envoy, which is about the first contact, the warning of impending doom, if you would, followed by Overlord, which is about the actual alien invasion, and now we have Defiance, which I got to thinking about it. It's kind of in today's current political climate could be taken the wrong way, and that was before what's happened in the last couple weeks. We won't talk about it here on stream because we don't need the negativity in our life. However,
let's start a riot.
Yeah. Oh, remind me to never let Dan.
How can I listen to this?
Yeah, I'm not sure why you're not able to hear it, if we're being perfectly honest.
Because it's like barely audible through your side. I mean, like you're not like directing it through here. It's just coming from your mic.
Well, no, I mean it's set as an output,
but not on Zoom.
No, but I'm not recording through Zoom.
Yeah, that's what Michael's saying. He's on his phone,
okay,
so he doesn't have Facebook.
A lot of sense. You have cracked the code, young Daniel-san. We've removed the 40-minute time limit on your group meeting. I didn't know there ever was a 40-minute time limit on Zoom meetings. Well, that may be it might be a reason to migrate soon.
You can only talk to your family and friends, so you can't see during COVID for 40 minutes. Got that?
Yeah. All right. Well, duly noted. Mr. Scott Davis, thank you for hopping in and hanging out with us for what will be our last song. This one is Defiance, a Celestial Grimace song that is literally about defying the tyrannical rule of our alien overlords, and I, for one, do not welcome them. I almost fit that into the lyrics too, but then I was like, almost, but I was just like, that encroaches too much into meme territory, and like I've already like had all the other songs written, so it's just like, nah, I'll just find something else to say. So, without further ado, this is Defiance.
Sounds like ska coming through Zoom.
I just hear SpongeBob.
Wow.
I just got to that part.
So where can I find this to listen to? Is it published yet?
Not entirely. So when we do get it published over to DistroKid, which is who I've been using as a distributor, it's kind of like you give it to them, and then it's kind of like they then start submitting it to all of the major competitors, your Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, all that. If we would have had like a solid date, and like if we had everything ready, like say a month and a half in advance, then yeah, we could have uploaded it and tried to like coordinate like, hey, it's going to drop everywhere on this date. Then you could have done that. Oop, my mic was not quite turned up. So yeah, when that's kind of the downfall, is if you upload it and you want to if you upload it and then you want it to be all at the same date, you just have to have that wide I guess that wide time of working, having it all sent to the distributors and just kind of sitting on it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, this whole EP process has been like half of it's like last minute decisions.
Yeah.
Like I think I asked you if we can release it in June. Like, A week ago.
Yeah, about this time last week.
In the past 3 days, I finally got to mixing.
Yeah. Well, in the last week, yeah, I think I laid down the vocals for Overlord Sunday? Not this past Sunday, last Sunday. In fact, Envoy, Envoy. Yeah, I would, like, at 6:30, I was still like, you know what, there's just something about this that I don't like, and so bumped some levels up and, rebounced it. But yeah, I think Defiance, for whatever reason, that one, in terms of mix, turned out the best, for, like, the overall product.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I don't quite like is the fact that it's just that chorus part, not quite getting like that, gang vocal.
Sam, what are you laughing about?
Your phone vibrating.
Oh yeah, it was loud and clear over here.
The only thing I have to say about your mixing is like I mean, like, my mixes aren't.
I understand. You don't have to be political.
No, I mean, this has been a learning experience for both of us. Like, this was my first time actually trying to mix guitars and stuff, so I struggled with that. Like MIDI, I have no problem mixing MIDI,
right?
Because it's already clear and stuff,
right?
But a guitar or vocals are actually actual recordings. But like with your music, really the only thing that stuck out to me was the vocals were dry. Like, if you added like reverb or delay, that would have made them shine.
And see, that's one of the things. It's kind of like with me and bass, right? Is like sometimes I'll listen to it and I'll just be like, man, that's just got too much reverb, and so like I end up cutting them down and the delays, even though they're there. But it may just be one of those things where maybe I have to either just kind of like trust that what I'm hearing is not enough.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, honestly, if I would have had the time to bounce it to you or someone else, certainly that would have been the better route of it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, reverb and delay go a long way. Like, a major reason why my mixes sound a lot cleaner than the demos is because of reverb or delay and other effects on the vocals.
Yeah. And so,
like, especially my screams or well, really it started with his vocal tracks on A Piece of My Last Day. I was like, shit, this sounds cool.
Yeah.
And it, like, I don't know, it just adds like a texture when you delay vocals.
Oh,
and then when you put reverb,
Guys,
it fills in empty space. Yeah. What's up?
I'm gonna disconnect and I'm gonna actually listen to the music so that I can comment, because I feel like that would be a good thing to do.
I don't know how much longer the stream's gonna go on for, though.
Yeah, not much longer. And plus, I mean, are you even able to go back and watch something that's still live?
Oh yeah, you are. But I mean, I sent him the Dropbox links for our songs at least.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and maybe that'll be something we can do. A week or two from now or something like that. Maybe kind of rediscuss some things. Our creative processes.
Yo, I think what would be cool is like way down the road when like both our bands have like more albums and stuff out. I think it would be cool to go back to the split EP and get it professionally mastered and see how different it sounds, or re-record it and get it professionally mixed.
Oh yeah, hey, re-recording of popular albums is it's a thing now.
Yeah.
I remember the band Silverstein. I know they did that with their original first album.
Yeah, sometimes like it goes so far. Like sometimes it just makes it so much better if you redo something.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, and that's the thing is like sometimes, especially like if you're a band that's been around for a while, like the recording quality is only getting better and better as years go by, and especially like if you're of a smaller band, like those old like Victory record bands and stuff like that, where they literally were recording in basements and stuff, putting out these large records. Now they've got the money to go back and re-record all these stuff with their $1 million setups instead of their $1,000 setups. But yeah, I agree. That'd be cool for down the road. It's a great idea. I'll write it down and steal it.
Yeah, I mean, another cool thing about like going back to songs is like, I think this is a case for a lot of musicians, like a lot more than people realize. I think a lot of musicians, like professionals and stuff, after a song's published, they're like, crap, I wish I would have done this to that song or added this part.
Oh, for sure. But
I've taken this part out. Yeah,
no, I feel like that's something that never goes away.
Yeah. It's like Lordy. Oh yeah, I've mentioned Lordy to you before. You sort of know them. Their first album Get Heavy has a song called Would You Love a Monster Man? And like 2 albums down, on the album The Apocalypse, they did a rendition of that song. And that was like a great decision. Like, it's still the same song, it's just got like a different vibe to it.
Right.
It's like the 2006 version of that song is what it should have sounded like.
Right. That's like, there's a song by Breaking Benjamin. I can't remember which one it is.
Diary of Jane or Blow Me Away. They redid one song with a girl.
That wasn't. Well, that is a remix version.
Yeah,
but
that version's worse, and that was like illegal.
Yeah, no, that one happened. That's a different.
That's what got them fired.
The one I'm thinking of is, I think, from an older album, but like the remix version is the official version, right? Is it So Cold? Maybe.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that with my final answer. But it's like, So Cold, the remix, but nobody's ever heard the original. It just like doesn't exist somewhere.
The weirdest thing I find about Breaking Benjamin is the fact that Blow Me Away was used for Halo, and it was recorded for Halo. It wasn't recorded for an album,
right?
But it ended up on their debut album. Wait, was it their debut?
No, because they did that one for Halo 2. I think it was.
Yeah.
And so,
no, it's in CE. It's in Combat Evolved, the first Halo.
Yeah, but I was gonna say even Combat Evolved was like the reprint edition of it. So
no. Combat Evolved Anniversary is the HD remake.
Well, yeah, no, but I was almost certain it was Halo, and then like after the Xbox had gotten popular, then they re-released it with the subtitle.
I don't think so, because on PC it was called Combat Evolved.
Yeah, I don't have time to fact check that.
Well, yeah, that's just like a weird little fact about Breaking Benjamin. Not a lot of people know that song was for Halo.
Yeah.
Like the lyrics and everything are about Halo.
Oh yeah.
And it became their most popular song. A freaking song written for a video game is their most well-known song.
Hey, I mean, you'd be surprised. I mean, how many of us have our musical taste been formulated by video games?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater, those series, all the Need for Speeds and the Burnouts and all the games of those eras.
Nothing like opening up Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 and hearing System of a Down or AC/DC.
Yeah. But Yeah. Anyways, I think that's an excellent conversation for another day, because
Yeah.
we are coming right up on an hour and a half, which I think is an excellent stream time.
Yeah. That was
Um,
pretty neat.
yeah,
The official, unofficial release for the album.
that's right. I mean, if you think about it,
EP.
that's right. The only way you're going to be able to hear it as of this moment and for the foreseeable future is you're just going to have to keep rewatching the live stream. So, well, I mean, I could probably upload it on. Oh, I could upload it on SoundCloud like right now.
Or YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, or YouTube. Well, and
That's what I'm going to do eventually.
yeah. Well, there's some weird things with YouTube, because like DistroKid uploads it to YouTube as well, but it's not
Yeah.
to your channel.
Yeah,
So-
it's the auto generated. I've
Yeah.
gotten a copyright strike on music I uploaded before my music was auto generated.
Right. It's weird, and it's like it copyrights it. It's not going to claim it on your behalf. So,
I literally had a dispute with myself.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, you can still like gain your own royalties from your own video. But yeah, I feel like that, I don't know. That's why a lot of the music hasn't come up on Spotify. Yeah, it's gonna get there eventually. As like I said, the problem is with the distributor we use is that when you upload, I guess like all the other companies just don't take the company DistroKid quite as a priority. So, you know, it may be anywhere from a day or two to a week or two. So basically for like the next month or so, I'll be getting an email saying, "Oh, this such and such is live now. This is live now. You're live on Deezer. You're live on some other place some other streaming service that you've never heard of."
You're live on Amazon MP3, which no one buys from.
Yeah. So, but yeah, for sure, we will keep everybody updated on the service, the servicing of this EP, and we'll be sure to get this out to everybody just as soon as we can on all the channels. So go and follow Scythe of June if you have not done so already, because they will be.
We got a Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
That's right, and so you'll be able to get all the information from them and from us, and you'll see these guys on here again. They are regular guests to the stream now, somewhat. So, Dan, is there anything you'd like to say on your way out?
Yeah, two
Derek,
things.
as you as well.
So thank you, Lauren, for liking, saying the whole thing was great. And I appreciate that you liked the second song, One of Us. It's pretty cool. And like leading into that, thank you, Joseph, for being open to the idea for a split EP. Because like, even though your fan base isn't that large, it'll still help us out, you know? Because it's like just streaming to 4 people, you know? We've already got a couple people that actually like our music.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, and that's the whole idea, you know. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So,
Yeah.
you know, indies like us, we gotta stick together.
Take down the big man.
Yeah, before we get taken down by Zoom. Thanks
Big
for
tobacco, bad. Big music, bad.
Small tobacco, good. Wait.
Take a pinch, put it in your lid with small tobacco.
Oh, well, all right. Do you have an outro that you've got worked up? Because I'm still working on mine.
Nah, well, does Derek? You got anything to say,
Oh,
Derek?
yes. Sorry, he was being so ominous and silent over there.
All I gotta say is I can't wait to hear it.
my own band member and a guy on the stream for the EP's release has not heard any song off the EP yet.
It's
Not the final versions, no. That is so funny. Well, that's my final thoughts.
yeah, I feel like it we could have planned this a little bit better, but one day, you know, we'll have a manager and stuff like that who'll have it all figured out for us before we go on live. So
Unless we all decide to be managers.
that's also true. And God help us all. I'm already I'm a terrible manager for myself as it is.
All right. Well, I've got to go, guys. So
Yeah.
I will see you later. Thanks for checking us out.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for coming on, man.
All right.
And Dan, thank you again for coming on. Glad we were able to get something pushed out.
Yeah.
And, yeah, man. I think
This is a sneak peek to my face and identity
That's
before I
right.
go full anonymous.
That's right.
Before I get big.
Go ahead and screen cap it now so that when we're famous, you can say you saw it here first. All right. Well, Dan, until next time, man, we'll keep in touch with you.
Yeah, thank you. See ya, people.
Absolutely. So, everybody, thank you for joining. Hey, let me look at the camera when I do this. Everybody, thank you for joining with us tonight. Hope you liked what you heard. And, you know, we're going to be doing this, like I said, every Tuesday, every Friday, where we have our music creation series, where you'll get to see me playing around with Logic and all those fun tools. So be sure to swing by over on YouTube Friday, 7:30 p.m. Dan pointed that out to me not long ago about that gaffe. So 7 p.m. Friday, we'll see you there. Y'all all take care.